Hello there. So, overcoming driving test nerves is quite a big thing for some people. You'd be surprised the amount of people who do fail the driving test because of the nerves. If you're one of them people, then I do sympathise with you because I know what you're going through. When I took my driving test, I panicked in the first few seconds and made a complete botch of beginning of my driving test, and then I calmed down, and then luckily things went my way after that. But if you're one of them people where before you even get in the driving test, you're shaking, you're getting hot sweats, you're getting stomach pains, then it's not nice. And you just need to remember that you're not on your own, and you can do things to try and cope with that. There's lots of people out there that are quite happy to help you. There's videos out there, I'll put a link at the bottom to a website for a good person who does tapping techniques, which is tapping parts of your body, like that'll help control the nerves. You'd be surprised it's quite effective. There's herbal remedies you can get from over the counter. I think the one that springs to mind is called Calms. Now, I've never tried it. I've had a few people try it. Some people say it works, some people say it doesn't. I always think that if you can get yourself in the right frame of mind and get your head in the right place, you'll cope with a lot better with things. So if you can start saying to yourself, right, well, I'm not going to worry about the driving test. If I don't pass, I don't pass. I'm just going to go here and drive the best I can. And start thinking like that. There's lots of people turn up for the driving test, and it's like they've got that much baggage on the shoulders dragging them down. And I give a few examples. Is I've got people sometimes that when I teach them, I've got to pass my driving test because I'm going to university in a month's time. If I don't pass today, I'll never pass. And I'm thinking, well, if you don't pass today, you can rebook it and have it a month later. Just come back for the weekend and book it for the weekend one, or come back a few months later when you're on holiday and take it again then. So there's ways you can get around it. Or they'll say, I've got to take my driving test and pass today because my dad said if I don't pass, I'm not going to have any more lessons. Yeah, some dads say that, but I'm sure they'll give you a few more lessons if you don't pass. So just say it's not the end of the world. It's not like someone's done anything drastic. You just not pass that test, and you go in there thinking, right, well, just drive and just concentrate on my driving. Try not to get worked up about what happens if I don't pass, and just try and drive. One of the quotes I got off an instructor, an examiner about 8-9 years ago. I was talking to him, and he said to me, I don't expect them to be good. All I want them to be is safe. So if they make a few minor errors, then great. The only time I'm going to fail them is if they start doing some silly things. They start dangerous, changing lanes, not looking. So they're not expecting fantastic drivers. They're expecting safe drivers, and that's where your driver training with your lessons comes into its own. If you're coming up to your driving test and you're thinking, oh God, manoeuvres ain't very good, then sit down with your instructor and practice your manoeuvres, so that when you go in there, you're happy about it. If you go into your driving test and you're stalling all the time, then you should be saying to yourself, well, maybe I should have put it off for a month. Take the pressure off me. There's been times when I'm teaching people and we book our test in advance, say 8 weeks in advance, and it gets to about 3 weeks for a test, and they're obviously getting stressed because of the fact that it's not going as good as they can. And even though when you sit down and talk to them, you say, well, I'll tell you what we'll do, let's put your test off for a month. It's like it's a weight off the shoulders, and all of a sudden they start driving better. And little things like that can make a difference. Okay, so just try and stick to the routines that you normally do. So when you get up in the day of your driving test, even if you don't feel like eating, have your breakfast. Take a bottle of water along with the driving test. Some people say bring a banana along and eat it before you go in. That'll give you the energy to keep your concentration levels going. And the night before, get a good night's sleep. Don't turn up for your driving test shattered the night before because you went out discoing it. Okay. The simple ideas, but they are effective. And let's say if you are on your driving test, and I had one girl, Indian lady, who was really nice and she was quite a good driver. She went on a driving test, came back and got a dangerous and a serious, one for gears, one for clutch. And when I spoke to her afterwards, so what happened then? She said, well, I was fine. And then when he said start the engine, my arm went dead. It went all tingly, I couldn't feel it. So I started panicking then, so I couldn't kind of get it into gear properly. And because I couldn't get into gear, I was struggling, and then my clutch was jumping off because I was getting distracted. and then I just made a complete mess of it. At the end of it, it said turn the engine off. It stopped. I was fine. So we have to work on trying to put her in a situation where she can control them nerves, and we could use practice driving tests, or mock driving tests, some people call them. You could even get a different instructor sat in the passenger seat taking you out for an hour, or you can get your friends in the back of the car, so they're watching you, because having someone watching you, you'd be surprised, it does put you under pressure, so even if you know them. So let's say they're all simple ideas. I hope they help you to kind of get your head in the right place for your driving test. And if you have got your driving test coming up, good luck with them. And remember, there's always another driving test you can take again. Okay? If you're new to my channel, click on the subscribe. And if you feel like sharing this video, by all means share it. Take care.